Guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Okay, a little tip or trick. Something that I've started doing is buying different colors of paracord and using them to color coordinate things within my pack. Now, I'm not going fashion crazy. It's because when you dig down in a pack and you pull up that hunk of paracord, you always buy black or you always buy green. And so when you reach down the bottom of that pack and you pull out, here's a hunk of paracord, and you use it for whatever job. And then a week later you find out that was the guy line that you took out that you didn't need of your shelter set. So to eliminate that problem, I've started picking up different colored paracords. Now, this is one of them U.S. military surplus tarps I talked about recently. But this one's got a lot of holes in it, so this one is now the ground cloth. But how do you tell them apart when they're all up there on the shelf and you look up which one's which? So, angle that up just a little. So, what do? How can you tell them apart? Well, I tried various tags and things, and they always just seem to get in the way. So what I've started doing is let the paracord tell me what it is. Now, you notice on this one, I've got a piece of green paracord hooked to the guylet. Green tells me this is a ground cloth. No doubt about it. If I need one to make a hammock out of, if I'm looking for one to make a bed out of, if I'm using one for whatever, it's got to get down and dirty and nasty and probably going to get holes in it, I grab this one. This pink cord around it tells me that it's some sort of tarp or some sort of thing like that, because that's all my guy lines and stuff like that. Now, this is just a piece of paracord that I've tied into a Canadian jam knot, which I call my Bushcraft zip ties. And so at a glance, I can tell what that is. Now my other one right here has orange paracord on it. What that tells me is this is a complete ready-to-go shelter. The guidelines, everything is in here. Tent stakes, all of it. When I put that on there, it means it's ready to grab and go. So orange is something important. I put it on my knife handles, I put it on various things, but I'm using the orange to indicate that's what this is. This also, like I mentioned in an earlier video, when I reach down in my haversack or whatever and I pull out a hunk of pink paracord, that tells me it's a guy line or a ridge line to one of my tarps. Don't cut it up. I was constantly having to go back and remake ridge lines and remake guy lines because I would get to where I was going, I would set up, and I wouldn't need this, so I'd throw it in the pack. And then when I got done, I'd roll it up and I wouldn't fish it out and add it back into the set. So I'd get home, and then where's the ridge line? I didn't use it this time. I made a diamond. I didn't need a ridge line. What I do with this guideline? See what I'm saying? I hope this tip or trick helps you guys. Find some way of color coordinating it. Now, if you don't want to do the whole thing, if you notice what I did with this, that piece of green on there, it's actually number 36 bank line, and I cut about a 2-inch section of green, pulled the guts out of it and ran it through to make a green indicator. You can do that at the top if you want to use bank line for your guy lines. Just put a piece of pink, that's what I did, at the top, or a piece of green or whatever, so that when I pull it out of my pack I know what I'm looking at. Hope this helps, guys. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.